Listen, man, no one's gonna tell you this, but I will. There's a silence between men and women that few ever understand, a kind of invisible tension built from pride, fear, and unspoken need. She wants you, but she will never say it. Not because she doesn't feel it, but because admitting it would cost her control, and control in her world is everything. A woman will test you long before she touches you. She will observe you, challenge you, withdraw from you, not to push you away, but to measure what you are made of. She needs to know if you're a man who collapses when ignored or a man who stands still in his silence. Because the truth is, the man she truly desires is not the one who pursues her, it's the one who doesn't need to. The modern world has lied to men. It has told them to confess, to express, to chase, to prove their worth. But the more a man explains himself, the less mystery he holds. And a woman cannot fall for a man she fully understands. Desire is born in uncertainty, in the quiet confidence of a man who could have her, but chooses patience instead. When you stop needing her validation, something shifts in the air. She feels it before you even speak. Your silence becomes louder than her words. Your distance begins to pull her closer, and without realizing it, she starts to mirror your restraint. That's the paradox of attraction. The more detached you become from the outcome, the more drawn she is to you. Because detachment is not coldness, it's power. It says, I want nothing from you that I can't give myself. It's the posture of a man who has fought his inner chaos and learned to govern it. That is what every woman unconsciously seeks. Not your attention, but your self-command. She might post something meant for you to see. She might disappear to see if you'll chase. She might act cold, not because she's cruel, but because she wants to know if your calm is real or just a mask. Most men break at this point. They panic. They reach out. They try to fix the silence. But the man who truly understands female psychology knows this is the moment to wait, to breathe, to let her feel the weight of your absence. Because absence, when used wisely, is more powerful than any words you could ever send. You have to understand something, man. Women live in emotional motion. They feel deeply, constantly, sometimes chaotically. What steadies them is not a man who feels the same, but a man who remains still while she storms. That's why she hides her desire, because deep down, she's afraid of the same thing you are, vulnerability. She doesn't want to want you more than you want her. She doesn't want to need you more than you need her, so she wears her pride like armor. She plays indifferent. She pretends she's fine, but behind that mask is the same longing you feel, the same confusion, the same hunger to be understood without having to explain. And when you stay calm, when you hold your ground, when you stop reacting, she feels it. Your restraint becomes her mirror. Your peace becomes her craving. She wants the man who doesn't lose himself for her, because every woman, whether she admits it or not, dreams of being led, not controlled, but guided. She wants to feel that she can trust your direction, that you can carry both your emotions and hers without collapsing under the weight. But she'll never say it out loud. She'll test it. And if you fail, if you crumble, she'll tell herself you were just another man pretending to be strong. Modern dating destroyed polarity. Men became emotional beggars. Women became defensive kings. No one trusts anyone anymore. Everyone's afraid to care first. That's why detachment has become the new desire. But detachment doesn't mean apathy. It doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you stop needing your feelings to be understood. It means you give what you can, and when it's not received, you walk away with peace, not resentment. That peace, that stillness, that's what separates men from boys. The immature man says, "Why won't she just say she likes me?" The mature man says, "She doesn't need to. I can already see it, and I don't need to chase it." Because when you are whole within yourself, you stop asking for proof. You see, most men lose themselves because they mistake emotional availability for emotional honesty. They think that if they just open up, if they show how much they care, it'll make her stay. But what she truly wants is not a man who tells her everything. It's a man who knows himself deeply enough that he doesn't have to. A man whose silence speaks more than his speeches ever could. That's why she's drawn to mystery. Not the fake mystery of games and tactics, but the real kind. The kind that comes from a man who's been through hell and no longer explains his pain. He's seen betrayal, he's tasted loneliness, and yet he still moves with grace. That's what makes him magnetic, because peace after chaos is the most attractive energy in the world. She wants to know, can you stay calm when she's distant? Can you stay soft when she's sharp? Can you keep your direction when she tries to pull you off course? Because if you can remain anchored in your stillness, she will follow your energy without you asking. A real man doesn't chase women. He attracts them through alignment, through presence, through discipline, through his ability to stay silent when the world demands noise. Because women are emotional antennas, they feel everything. They can sense desperation the same way you can smell fear, and they can sense peace the same way you can feel sunlight. So when you stop seeking validation, when you move with intention, when you look at her not as a reward, but as another soul, she notices. Something in her softens. Something inside her ancient wiring wakes up. She starts to lean toward your gravity. But here's the twist. She'll resist it. She'll fight it. She'll tell herself you're too cold, too detached, too distant. Not because you are, but because you make her confront her own lack of control. And most people, men or women, fear what they can't control. So she'll pull away. But if you stay still, not out of ego, but out of understanding, she'll come back. Because all attraction returns to stability. The calmest energy always wins. You must become a man who is hard to provoke. Not because you suppress emotion, but because you've learned to master it. You don't react, you respond. You don't beg, you observe. You don't compete, you choose. And you never explain what peace looks like to people who thrive on chaos. That's the lesson she'll feel when she's around you. She won't know why she wants you. She won't understand why her thoughts keep circling back. It won't be your looks. It won't be your money. It'll be your energy. The rare, unshakable calm of a man who is not afraid to lose her. Because once you're not afraid to lose her, that's when she's afraid to lose you. Understand this, man. She wants to feel chosen, not chased, safe, not smothered. She wants to surrender, but only to a man who's mastered himself. You can't fake that. You can't perform peace. It's either in you or it isn't. So stop convincing her. Start becoming the man who doesn't need her to say it. Guard your attention. Stay calm. Because when she sees that your peace doesn't depend on her, she'll come closer, not out of need, but out of respect. You want her to want you? Then stop chasing, stop proving, stop reaching for what pulls away. Women fall for presence, not pursuit, for calm, not noise. When she pulls back, stay still. When she tests you, smile, because the man who doesn't chase becomes the one she can't forget. Remember this, man, the game ends when you stop playing it. Stay calm, stay centered, stay silent. Peace is power. And when she feels that, she'll know you're the man she can't replace. Now watch the next video. It'll show you how to stay detached even when it hurts.